I'm sure you guys have seen my Coleman before. I love this little thing, and lately it doesn't want to run. It does if you have the choke on, but that's it, and barely. So I'm guessing that something in the carburetor must be clogged. You know, and it's been getting worse as the time goes on, a little bit harder to start, a little bit, you know. So I looked up Coleman's, how to clean the carburetor. Looked pretty straightforward. So I'm going to pull that carburetor. It's a 10 millimeter here on the outside, and crack this thing open. Okay, the two 10 millimeter bolts are off. And supposedly, I'm just going to straighten these things out a little bit. In the back, it's supposed to come out of the valve cover there. There. So the next step, take the 8 millimeter bolt loose. Sorry, this is hard to do one-handed. So just so you know, and I found out the hard way, is this little bolt will fall down underneath the spark plug. So I'm going to have to pull the spark plug to get it out of there now, I think. Okay, throttle rod and spring are off. Pull the fuel line. Keep in mind, when you pull this off, it's going to drain the tank. At any rate, then we want to pull off this little set that aside. Then the carburetor should just come right off. Give the whole thing a spray to get the crud off of it, so you don't get crud in it. I removed the choke lever there too. I gave it a quick spray, cleaned it up quite a bit. I'm sure more of what I'm looking for is going to be on the inside of it. So, okay, so there was nothing really in the float bowl, and the sediment bowl was clean too. So I'm really hoping to see, like, when I pull the emulsion tube and jet, that there's something clogged in there. Maybe there isn't, I don't know, but I'm going to try that next here. Okay, so the emulsion tube, and I know that this isn't going to pick it up, but you can see, no way, my camera says no way. You can kind of see through the bottom ones, but not through the top ones at all. There's just little pinholes there. So I am happy to see that there is something actually, like, oh, okay, they're clogged. So at any rate, I took a toothbrush to it. Camera won't focus in on it, but you can now see right through those holes. I mean, you couldn't see through them before. Look how much of a difference that is. So I thought this would be pertinent information too. Look at that. I mean, you can see daylight through it now. You could just barely see through there before. So I achieved that with a toothbrush. And when I was first putting that in there, it, like, just one little hair didn't want to go through there. But I did eventually get it to push out, I guess, whatever the calcium, or I don't know what you would call it, build up, I guess. Yeah, look at that. So I'm sure that was my problem. So I went to get this out of where it fell down, and I took the plug out, and I could see it down there, and I went and touched it with my needle nose and it fell right through. Apparently that hole goes right through, and it fell down underneath here, and then I was able just to reach in there with my needle nose, no problem. So if that happens to you, there's a hole, it goes right through, just give it a jiggle, it'll fall through the hole. This bolt, just loosen it up. You don't even have to take it out. You just need to lift it up just a bit to get the carburetor out of there. So I'm gonna slide that back on there. Okay, so I got that all back together. Any notes of wisdom? Not really. I probably should have filmed that, but I put the choke on. I pulled once and it fired up. I was pulling on it 5 or 6 times to barely get it running before, so I'll take it for a test ride here and see if it's all back to being rideable. Well, okay, that's it, mission accomplished. Man, it runs like brand new. So if you got a CTU that only runs with the choke on, chances are it's that jet and emulsion tube was for me. All right, thanks for watching.